This could be the best mega capacity 12 volt lithium iron phosphate battery on the market right now. It's from EcoWorthy, 12.8 volts, 300 amp hours in this tiny little package here, you guys. And just wait until you see the results of the capacity test. Let's get this unboxed. On the top here, we've got a nice little baggie of documentation. And then we've got some terminal covers and terminal screws. Here's the battery itself. Nice, easy to find QR code for support. So we've just got a very simple LED readout up here on the top that gives you your state of charge and then any kind of error. So we've got high temperature, low temperature, full, empty, overcurrent protection, and then a BMS fault. On the ends, there's these really nice recessed handles that actually make it quite easy to carry. Love when batteries have data sheets printed right on them. So take note, it has a 200 amp BMS with a peak surge rating of 240 amps. Oh guys, check how epic this is. Included in the box are color changing stickers. So they recommend putting them by the terminals, and if they reach a temperature of 60 degrees Celsius, then they will change from this black color to a red color. And then you will know if your terminal is getting hot. And this will hopefully alert you before there's melting and physical damage caused to the battery. I just absolutely love seeing this with all the crazy stuff happening with, Battleborn. It's super cool to see, a budget brand battery like EcoWorthy include in the box something so transparent like this. Hey, stick the sticker here. That way you know if your terminal is getting hot. They do advertise that there's some kind of hard frame compression system inside the battery, as opposed to probably a high density foam or something like we see in other batteries that are of the budget nature, just to help keep the cells from swelling. This communication light, according to the manual, is for Bluetooth communications because you have access to the battery through the app control. There's also this storage mode that you can put the battery into, and that probably just, disables like the Bluetooth and stuff like that so that there's zero parasitic drain on the battery. And it does look like you can connect these in a series parallel configuration. All right, I've got my little heat stickers put near the terminals, and there's only one on the negative because we're going to sacrifice one. Bust out the heat gun here and see if it actually works. All right, got some nice heat coming out of the heat gun. Let's see if it actually changes colors. Ah, did you see that? That was so epic. Oh, look at that. It actually changes back. Can you see that? Watch it. Look at that. That is sweet. So it actually is reusable, which is good and bad. Good from the standpoint that, you can reuse it over and over again. Bad from the standpoint that you actually need to physically observe it in its hot state. So if the terminal got hot and you didn't realize it, and it's cooled off, the sticker won't tell you. So that's why I think potentially single-use stickers could be better, just because it would tell you if it got hot and you didn't realize it, and it would kind of alert you to an issue. But something like this is better than nothing, that is for sure. Dimensionally, front to back, approximately 8.5 inches. Left to right, we're approximately 16.25 inches. Vertically, from the ground to the top of those little ribs, we're approximately 10.25 inches. And from the ground to the top of the terminal, we're about 10 5/8. And this bad boy weighs in at 62 pounds, 14 ounces. Battery capacity test on this EcoWorthy 12 volt, 300 amp hour battery. You can see the light on my charger is green, so we are fully charged. Let's go ahead and disconnect that. And we're going to be using the Victron SmartShunt to meter the power coming out of this battery. You can see I've got the app right here. Everything is zeroed out on it. A 0.2 C rate of discharge on a battery this size would be about 60 amps. You can see I'm really, really close, 61 amps. All right, coming down the home stretch, 299.8 amp hours, 0.9. Let's watch it turn to 300. Boom, 300 amp hours. EcoWorthy is crushing it. I just released a video about their Cubix 100 Pro server rack battery, and this thing crushed the capacity test as well. So EcoWorthy for the win here, you guys. They are really knocking it out of the park. And the voltage is coming down bit by bit, but this still got a ways more to go. Look at that. We're still at 12.2 volts, which is very impressive. So I'm going to let this run for a minute more here. All right, you guys, we're just about to the end here. Can you hear the inverter beeping? It's throwing a fit. About just sagged under 11 volts. And check that out, though. 314 amp hours. So if I were to let this run a little more, we could probably hit 315. There we go, 315 amp hours. Very impressive, EcoWorthy. Good job. So something I really want to emphasize here is just how compact this unit is. So once again, width is just over 16 inches, barely. I've got a standard Group 31 12-volt battery here on this shelf, but it's just a hair over 13 inches long. So the EcoWorthy battery has 3 times as much power and is not even 3 inches longer than this 100 amp hour 12-volt battery. The depth this way, once again, like 8.5 inches. And if you look at this 100 amp hour battery, we're like 7. So an inch and a half more this way for 3 times the battery capacity. And once again, height here on the EcoWorthy is just over 10 inches. And you can see this 100 amp hour battery is just under 9. So yeah, it's crazy that you get 300 amp hours in a package that's so compact here. Heavy load testing. I've got this battery coming over here and plugging into this giant 3000 watt 12 volt inverter, low frequency inverter. And we are going to push this and see if we can get it to shut down or at least just see what it can give us. So currently I am pulling about 48 amps. Let's add some space heater. There's 114, 133 amps. Okay, let's try adding some more. There we go, 190, 235, right there. 271, 300. Oh, the inverter's squawking a little bit. There we go, it's lowering down. Oh, and we just shut off. You see we lost connection here on the shunt, so that means that the battery is the one that shut down. So that is actually great to see. This does have actually overcurrent protection built into the BMS programming. It does actually shut down if you exceed its 200 amp rating by a fairly decent margin. And it reacts pretty fast too. Still has not rebooted. Let's see if there's any way to connect it to the app. While it's off, it probably completely shut down, including the Bluetooth. That's kind of how it's looking. Yeah, connection failed. Does this even turn on? This turns on. Oh yeah, look, you can see this light is lit up. Overcurrent protection right there. Let me give it a few minutes and we'll see if it automatically resets or if we have to, do something to get it to restart. A little while later here, you guys, and you can see we're still in overcurrent protection. Amp is still not connecting. Okay, I got to restart. You can see we cleared the overcurrent protection error here, but I did have to put a charger on the post, a 0-volt charger, one that can wake a dead battery up, because this was not restarting on its own, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. Just be aware that you will have to kind of wake it up with, a 0-volt battery charger of some kind if it goes into overcurrent protection. All right, next is heavy surge testing. We've got a 15,000 BTU air conditioner here that we're going to use for that. I'm pretty sure this inverter will be able to handle it. It's a low frequency inverter. It handles surges exceptionally well. You can see now we're only pulling about 11 amps. So let's see if it can start it this time. Here we go. Nope. Too heavy of a surge. Once again, we've lost it here on this connection. So that's actually good to see from a safety perspective. This has very quick acting overcurrent protection. Could be a little bit of an issue if you're trying to start, say, a 15,000 BTU RV air conditioner, because that's kind of equivalent to what this is. It has no soft start or anything. But all the recent batteries from EcoWorthy that I've tested have been very focused on safety. I'd personally rather have them err on the side of safety than compromise the safety to potentially run a heavier load that it probably shouldn't be doing just by itself. So let's test surge capability with something not quite as insane as a 15,000 BTU air conditioner. Let's try this pancake air compressor. Starting, 3, 2, 1. Yep, started that one, no problem. So this does have surge capability. It's just very quick on the draw on its safety protections if you exceed what it's rated for. This battery has been in my freezer overnight. You can see out here on the outside of the case, it's nice and frosty. So we should be well below freezing in here. Let's see if it accepts a charge. So when I plug this in, I'm going to train you up here on this light. It's going to turn red for a few seconds and then in theory should immediately turn green because the battery should reject any kind of charge with it being this cold. Let's try it. And there we go. Battery rejected the charge. If we turn this on, This low temp light is lit up, meaning that the battery went into low temperature charging protection. So here's the EcoWorthy app. Let's go ahead and click add. Let's go ahead and scan. I think we just scanned this QR code right here. Yep, so there it is. Let's go ahead and tap on it. We've got a 21% state of charge. Right down here, we've got our voltage, our amps in or out. We have our total power in watts, the state, and we're in standby mode at the moment. Remaining battery capacity in amp hours. Current battery temperature is normal. Coming up here to the top, let's hit control. So it looks like it has a buzzer, and then you can turn the storage mode off and on. However, if you turn it on, the only way to wake it up is by putting a charge on the battery with the charger. Continuing to the data tab, we'll basically have a repeat of the front, home page. Clicking on single cell voltage here, we can see the voltage of every individual cell and some additional specs surrounding that. Here's where you can toggle your charge and discharge off and on. Coming up here to notification, there is no notification. And then coming down here, you can go from your device controls to EcoWorthy's website. You come here to support, and they kind of have some informational type items here for you. And then you just got your basic settings. Something I absolutely love about this app that I don't know if you noticed, but I did not have to create a user account to log in or set this battery up or anything. It just opened up, push the plus button, and away you go. So good job, EcoWorthy, for giving us a functional app that doesn't require a big username and password and sign up process. Comment and tell me what you guys think of this. Everyone loves to hear in the comments why you would buy this or why you wouldn't buy this. And the brand can hear valuable feedback from the trenches, so to speak, from your comments as well. So sound off down there and let us know your thoughts. Me personally, I don't have many bad things to say about this. I think EcoWorthy has done an outstanding job with it. It has everything that you would ever want or need in a 12-volt battery. Massive capacity in a small footprint. Super good cells that go way over what they're rated for. Very safety-oriented. I'm pretty happy with it. I will have links to it down in the description, as well as any coupon codes I can get for you from EcoWorthy. In addition, I will have some links down there where you can submit a guaranteed to be answered question by me, as well as book a one-on-one video consultation with me. I'll also have a link to a free resource for you where you can type in any keyword, and it's a little search engine that can search inside all of my videos. And so if I mention your specific query in any of my videos, it will come up in those results. So leverage that as well so you can find out answers to some of your burning questions. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and hype. Those 5 free things make a tremendous difference for my videos in the YouTube algorithm. The name of the game on YouTube is to get videos in front of eyeballs. And the algorithm doesn't like to push the videos very hard on channels the size of mine, covering the type of content that I cover. So by doing those 5 free things, it kind of gives a little nudge to the algorithm to kind of help push things out. But I can't do that myself. I have to rely on you guys to do that. So if you'd please consider doing those things for me, I would really, really appreciate it. A huge thanks to all of you that do that regularly for me. I can see it and I recognize it, and I want to say a huge thank you to all of you. Stay tuned for more. We've got some epic stuff in the pipeline. Stay safe, and we'll catch y'all next time.